BBN, what's good, guys? Hope everyone's doing well out there. Welcome back to another episode of the Loyal BBN Fan Show. I'm your host, Mike. Look, man, I'm a little upset right now. I am, and I'm feeling a little sad. I woke up and for some odd reason, my X or Twitter account no longer exists. I have no idea what happened. I have no idea if someone hacked it and deleted it. I have no idea. So I'm asking you guys if you guys have or if you know anybody that has had their Twitter or X account deleted or deactivated for whatever reason, please, and they was able to get it back or restore it. Please let me know what they did or what you did in order to get it back. A lot of work went into that, and I hate that I lost it because I'm not really sure if I want to restart another one. I did, but I'm not sure if I want to put the work back in to actually build it back up like it was. But anyway, we got some blue and white basketball game to talk about. And for me, I'm not sure. I wasn't aware at first that it wasn't going to be like live or whatever. So when I actually found out through nobody that it was actually going to be like a stream or whatever, I didn't really get it well. But I did. I knew that I had Heart Radio, so I went and I found 630 LA WLAP. So I listened to the whole blue and white game, the women's and the men's um, game, all on the radio. But then I got up, and when I got up today and went on to YouTube, I saw that KSR had actually recorded the game. So not only did I have a chance to listen to it and kind of paint a picture, which is really good because I was trying to, when you listen to something and you can't see it, you have to form a solid. Your mind is have to go. You got to go into the ball game and you got to be able to envision what is possibly going on. So for me to be able to do that and then sit back and watch the game that was on YouTube, to me that was really good because I remember a lot of the things that was said on the radio. I remember when I seen it in the game and I was like, okay, so this is how this all went down. This is the three shot that he made, or this is the dunk that he was able to make too. And it kind of put everything more better into perspective as far as how the game actually went as a whole. So I really enjoyed that. Is that something that I would do often? Maybe not, because I mean, let's be honest, we like seeing the game live and we want to see it when everything's happening in real time. So just so happened that's what happened, and that was how I actually listened to the game without seeing any video, and then I was able to watch the video as well afterwards on YouTube. And let me tell you, even before I watched the YouTube video, I knew who my top three performers was tonight, or who I thought really, really stood out. First of all, and I think a lot of people will probably be, it'd be hard for you not to agree with the first person. The first person that I really enjoyed watching and listening to was Andrew Carr, and he's not somebody that we just talk about. He's not just jumping off the page, and people's not just we worried about Kobe, we worried about Robinson, we worried about Butler, Garrison, and Williams, and I think sometimes Andrew Carr he kind of takes the back seat to all those guys. But I really enjoyed watching him play. I really think his game is really good, and I really think he's actually going to be bigger for us than than maybe I thought. I wasn't down on him, and I never said that he wasn't going to be good for us. But actually watching his game last night or this morning or whatever, I realized that he's actually going to be really good for our system and for Coach Pope. So it's really good that Coach Pope went out and actually got him. So that's going to be a big plus for the Wildcats this year, all year long, and I think we're going to rely on him as well too. The second guy, it was a toss up between him and the third guy. I wasn't really sure which one to really put, but I went with Chandler. He's going to be my second guy. I really like his game. He's another guy. Matter of fact, these all three of these guys that I think was the player of the games or whatever you want to call it. Um, all these guys, they go under the radar and nobody's really talking about them. But Chandler, I really like his game. I really like how he shoots the ball. He gets up and down the court. For someone who went on a 2-year mission and now he's getting back into basketball, you can't really see that he really lost a whole lot of what he had. He's coming back. You could tell he has something to prove. You can tell that, hey, I did what my heart told me to do. I followed the voice that told me to go, and now that I'm back and I'm doing what I love, which is college basketball, I'm going to show people that I can still play basketball even after a 2-year layoff. And I really just enjoyed it. He played defense, and I really enjoyed just watching him play. And I think he's another one who's actually going to be really, really good for the team too as well. So I'm looking forward to seeing Chandler play. I can't wait to see him with the ball in his hand. And I think he's going to prove a lot of people wrong, and he's going to surprise a lot of people. But if you really, really supporting the Wildcats the way you say you are, you should be really excited and really happy about what Chandler is going to bring to the table. The third person that nobody's really talking about. And I like him. And I like when we first got him. Ortega. Like that guy, he jumped the lane about 4 different times. He was all on it. You could tell he was into it. Now, people are gonna say, well, this out here was just a glorified practice. You saw how the game ended. If you don't know already, like it came down to the last basket wins the ball game, which it had to be a free throw by Perry. How fitting is that? Playing at Kentucky, from Kentucky, and you get to hit the 1 point that actually closes the game off. So that was really good. But anyway, you could tell Ortega, you could tell his, and actually, even with Chandler can get off the floor too. Ortega can get off the floor. So watching these guys play and really just starting to really draw a picture of who they are, I can't tell you how valuable listening to it on the radio first and trying to draw a picture and trying to envision what these guys are actually doing before you really see it, how much that really helped me in when I start watching the ball game and how much of a big difference it made to me. So I was glad for that experience. Like I said, it's not something that I necessarily wanted to happen, but I was determined to either listen or watch or whatever. But you just don't miss events like that if all possible. And I had a chance to listen to it. I laid in the bed and I took notes. I took notes like the whole time while I'm laying in the bed. So it don't look like much, but I'll break it down here in just a second as well. So I forgot my phone in there. I forgot to do the math. I think it was like 30. Anyway, so everybody wanted to see. So once again, Andrew Carr was my first guy. Chandler was second, and Ortega was a third, which was a close second as well too. So it was like a 2A and like a 2B, I guess, if you want to say it that way. But both those guys really got out and really played ball. So another thing, I don't remember them guys even saying why Chris Chrisa didn't play last night. Of course, he was in street clothes. That was one person that I was really looking forward to watching playing. So if anybody out there has any information on why he didn't play, and I don't even think he's even going to play in the exposition games, which are next week. Absolutely, we start playing other opponents next week, so that's going to be good too as well. So we're definitely looking forward to that as well. But I'm not sure why he didn't play. But I was definitely looking forward to him playing in the ball game, and he didn't play today, so I was kind of disappointed. So anyway, maybe I should have started off with the starting five for each color team. So for the blue, it was Carr, Garrison. It was Carr. Who is this? Oh, Perry, Carr. This is for the blue team. Perry, Carr, Garrison, Brea, and Robinson. And for the white team, it was Chandler, Butler, Ortega, Williams, and Ansley Almonor. That right there was the teams. And usually one thing that I thought that was going to happen is okay throughout the ball game or whatever. They was going, okay, hey man, you put on a blue jersey now, and you put on your white jersey, and we're gonna switch it up. But unfortunately, not necessarily unfortunately, but they decided that Coach Pope decided today this is the team that we're gonna these are the guys that we're gonna run the whole ball game. So whatever team you want to start the ball game, that's the team that you're gonna finish. And these guys, they really, really fought each other, and you could tell that they didn't want to come out there. And one thing else that I noticed before I get to talk about 3 points is that we didn't give up a lot of layups tonight, and we didn't even try a lot of layups tonight. You can tell that it was like the mid range jumper to the 3 points, and of course we drove to the basket. We got some dunks or whatnot, but overall for me, I noticed that we wasn't settling for, or not. I don't know. I don't want to use the word settle neither, but we didn't really go to the basket to try to get layups. Now we went to the basket, we got fouled. We went to the free throw line. The free throws we needed to improve on. we got better after like the first four free throws, because at first we went for like 1 for 3, and I was like, we might have trouble shooting free throws this year, but we end up getting it better, and so we actually did good with that. I think in the ball game we missed one, two, three. We missed maybe like 4 or 5 free throws the whole blue and white game. So that was impressive to me as well. Actually, a little bit more than that, because that's when I started keeping stats. But we did, free throw shooting. We're gonna have to make sure that we work on it and don't let that be something that actually beats us. But let's talk about the 3-point shooting last night. Jack Givens was like, we need to shoot about 35 free 3 pointers a ball game, and if we can shoot about 35%, if we can shoot about 35% in the ball game, we can have a chance to win some games. Well, we shot 49 3 pointers last night, and I tried my best to keep up with it as much as I could. So that was like the number one stat that I really wanted to keep up with. I didn't really write down who shot the ball, whatever. I wanted to just keep up with how many 3-point shots we actually got up, or how many we attempted. So we actually attempted 49 3 pointers last night. And I was like, okay, so we are really going to shoot the ball. And I think if I'm correct, we hit like 18. We hit like 8. So we was like 18 out of 49. And I think that's like 36, 37% or whatever, which we hit our marks. We hit our 35, what we wanted to do. And we also hit our 35% or higher. So we hit that too as well. If we continue to shoot the ball at this level, now will we get 49 3-point shots a ball game? Probably not. 49 is high because, of course, I just counted the whole team and how many 3-point shots we got up. So will we get 49 3? Will we shoot the ball from 49 times in a ball game? Probably not. You probably won't see that. Even getting to 35 may even be a challenge some nights. But just the mere fact is, you can tell that shooting the 3-point ball is high on our priority, like, and making them. So if we would have just shot 35, and if we would have hit 18 of that, somebody do the number for me, because I forgot my phone. But that's an extremely high percentage shooting. If you're shooting the ball 35 times and you're making it 18 times, like, that's a lot of points. That's hard for most teams to keep up with in one ball game. Most teams, they strive for, maybe if we can get maybe 7 or 8 threes a game, then we're money. We're good. We give ourselves a chance to actually win a ball game. But when you look at a team like Coach Pope, you look at the players out there that actually came to Kentucky so they can shoot the 3 ball, and they are in his system that is meant to shoot the 3 ball. Guys, I think Kentucky's going to be really, really good. We shooting the ball efficiency. And look, a lot of these 3 points didn't even come from Brea. Didn't even come from Kobe. Of course, we didn't. Butler didn't really shoot it a whole lot. We didn't have Chris Chrysler. He wasn't out there to shoot the ball. My point is this: what we're looking at here is a team of Coach Pope's, and we're looking at a team that has extremely high potential to do something really well this year. Like, they really do. I mean, not. I mean, we probably like try to do like maybe 10 layups the whole ball game, maybe 10. Other than that, we was looking first for the 3, and then we were seeing what else that we can actually have. So I really enjoyed seeing that, and I really, like I said, being able to listen to it and being able to see it on TV, live, or whatever you want to call it. That just kind of just propelled me to believe that listening and then seeing these guys are real about taking 35 3-pointers a ball game. Like, that's the standard. Like, if we can get more, we'll go more. But we need to figure out how we can get 35 3-pointers a ball game. I like the communication out there. Now, do we got things that we got to work on? Absolutely. Do we got some defense that we got to work on, switching, communicating, continuing, that kind of stuff? Yes. We understand that. And that's what games like this is. That's what games like the games that's coming up, that's what those games are for. Those games are to actually continue to see who we are going to be as a team. Now, of course, The competition is going to get harder after these exposition games. I'll be the first to tell you it's going to get harder, and we know that. But this gives us a baseline. I like what Carr said. What we saw tonight, it gives us a baseline as far as who we can actually be as a team, as a unit. And I think one thing about it is you can tell that the guys was tired last night during the ball game, and it gave me hope because even when they was tired, even when they was worn out, because they had to play so many minutes, because who's going to replace them? There's nobody to replace them. So to see how these guys played when they was fatigued, and now when they get into a ball game, we're gonna be able to sub in. We're gonna have that. Just puts a perspective of a bench even bigger for us, because 5 people. People got to come off the bench. People's gonna have fresh legs. I ain't got to go out there and play and bend over at my knees every 5 seconds because I'm out of breath and I know I can't. How hard can I go for that 4 or 5 minutes that I'm in the ball game? I can go extremely hard. This is very promising for the Kentucky Wildcats. And I think a lot of teams need to be worried about this. They need to be worried about our bench. Like we was both blue and white last night in that ball game, was both going at it. Imagine those guys that are fresh coming off the bench, and a lot of other teams won't have a bench like that. And you bringing this bench in to do this right here and give our starters a break, bro, we're gonna run people out of the gym some nights. And I really believe that. And I don't want to sit here and just be a UK homer. I don't want to just be just this biased because I love UK. Like I really genuinely believe that we're gonna give teams a hard time just for the mere fact of look who we got coming off the bench. Look at the guys. Look at the energy. It's gonna be something special. It's gonna be something special for the Wildcats. One thing that I didn't like though is about it is we got to stop fouling on the 3 point shot. I think we did that like we one, two, um, I think we did that almost 3, maybe 4 times. We fouled the 3 point shooter, and one of those times we actually hit it, which was Carr. He actually made a 4 point play off a 3 point. So that's something that we definitely got to work on, and we got to get better. And I believe that Coach Pope and the coaching staff, we're going to get that fixed. If you don't, I mean, if I'm just a fan and I'm taking notes, they taking notes too. And that's just stuff that I think that they're going to address and they're going to fix it. But I didn't like it, and I hope we get it fixed because if we start fouling on the 3 point shot, then that's going to be bad, and they're going to start throwing it up because they know we'll foul them because we won't be disciplined enough to stay on the floor and just put our hand up and don't jump with them. We definitely got to work on that too as well. Uh, what else did I get? Adjustment with Williams. Uh, I liked. Look, guys, KSR, the guy that was doing the camera for those guys, is the camera sometimes was all over the place. But one thing that I noticed more so about our guys tonight that I did really, when you really look at it, our guys are long. Like I was looking at Garrison, he's long. I was looking at Williams, he's long. I was looking at Carr, he's long. I looked at Ansley, he's only 6'8", but he's long. You know what I'm saying? So William Jackson, he's long. So Chandler, he's long. So we got some big guys on our team this year, and I think we got the body structure of a team that you want to call us a number 8 team in the SEC. I laugh about it, but I think we got something to prove, and I think we will go out here and we will prove ourselves as well. That Kentucky can be very effective within the SEC in first year up under Coach Mark. So overall, it was a good game. It was fun to see him play. Once again, free throw shooting started off so. We actually got that together. The second half, we actually missed more than I wanted to miss. But we played zone defense one time. Didn't really see a lot of mixture. We did see some full court press a little bit in the second half. At least that's what I saw in the video. I can't really remember on the audio if I actually heard them right, but I do remember hearing them say that they picked up full court a couple of times. Not often, but we did. Um, Zone defense, we're definitely going to do that. Free throw improvement, 3 point shots. I think that's going to take care of itself. We're going to try to reach 35 shots a game behind the arc. And if we can just make 35%, 40% a ball game of that, it's dangerous, man. That's dangerous. we got Danger Squad. So I look forward to that, and I just let's get into these exposition games this week, and let's see how Wildcats look playing somebody else than each other. Once again, also, man, if you had issues with and you had your Twitter hacked or logged into or needed to be reactivated, please let me know what you did to get it fixed because I'm pretty bummed out about it. But anyway, my Cats looked good last night. Things to work on. We'll get better. And until next time, go Cats.